So when Siege was out, they were putting out really good figures to the point where Hasbro keeps trying to re-release them. And that's the case with Soundwave, which is one of the greatest figures from Siege in my opinion, and I'm happy they came back in Legacy. So today we're taking a look at Transformers Legacy Siege Soundwave. I have to specify Siege because there's like 3 Legacy Soundwaves now. Starting off in vehicle mode, Soundwave turns into a Cybertronian hovercraft. Don't exactly know what is meant to be, I just know that it's some sort of spaceship, which, I mean, for Soundwave it doesn't really work, but as a generic figure it could. Personally, I put my Soundwave into a custom alt mode or his lamppost mode, which you can also achieve with him. But he does also look fairly good with this mode. I do like his little antenna he has, it gives him like the little radio look, and I like his thrusters at the back. I do like that he's got a little cockpit giving the scale of what he's meant to be in. So he's either meant to fit like Headmasters in there or Titan Masters, or he's meant to be big enough for a full Cybertronian to fit into. I do love the contrast between silver and dark blue it has. The only thing I wish this still had was the battle damage that the Siege had. As I'm someone that likes the Siege battle damage, and it really did make the Siege alt mode look way better. I do get what they're going for here, but the battle damage will have really made their alt mode look good. And while we're talking about his alt mode, he does also have the hidden G1 lamppost alt mode from the first ever cartoon. I do like how it came out, but it does feel a bit fan mode-y. But otherwise, it is really nice to have an official look at this one episode off mode. But hey, Soundwave does look really good in alt mode, so I just had to get some pictures, so here they are. Transformation on Soundwave is really fun and enjoyable. I do enjoy transforming him from alt mode to robot and robot to alt mode. Though going to his alt mode, the little flaps on his legs are a bit hard, but putting in robot mode, they're easy. It's just a really nice transformation, and by the end of it, you do get a really good looking figure. But here we are in robot mode, and Soundwave looks amazing. I really love how he looks here, going from the Siege Soundwave to this Soundwave. He does look really good. He looks just like Soundwave, pretty much. But starting off, we'll go up to his head. His head looks amazing. It looks pretty much just like Soundwave's, just with some cyberpunk detail with the sides of the faceplate. I will say, one of the things I don't like about Soundwave is the yellow eyes. As I've never liked Soundwave having yellow eyes, it's always annoyed me. That's why on my original copy of Siege Soundwave, I did paint the eyes red. So maybe I'll do this with this Soundwave as well, or maybe I'll just swap the heads. Or I might just keep the Siege Soundwave as it is, though it has gotten quite a bit loose. But the head sculpt is really nice. I do like all the little greeblings on it and everything. But anyway, moving down to the rest of the body, his body looks perfect. It looks just like Soundwave. It's proportionally accurate, as with the Netflix Soundwave, it looked a bit too wide in the body, but Soundwave here looks perfect. He's got that athletic build that Soundwave does have, and he's got that big square torso. I really love it. I do miss the battle damage that he had, as it gave the front of his tape deck door some detail, but I do like the clean look here. I like how the arms look. I just wish they didn't have this big bulky thing on the back of it. But on this figure, it is excusable as he does need to transform and have landing gear. On the Netflix copy, it's not excusable. Like, why did they keep that there? I love that they managed to incorporate his tape deck buttons on his waist and not have them, like, intrude. I do wish they were pushable, but on this size, I get why they're not. But I do miss, like, gimmicks like that. And I love how his legs look. Like, sure, they haven't got all the battle damage that the Siege version has, which gives it that nice grey, like, finish on it. But this one does look nice. I like how he's got his little, like, knee lights. I like the black on the front of it. I like that they got the gold vents in there. It just looks really good. And another little detail I do love about Soundwave is the fact that he has got a molded trigger finger, so he can go up to his button on his chest and open up his cassette door. And finally, one of the few things they did change on this Soundwave is giving him, like, these back plates, which are for vehicle mode, and they do kind of get in the way with his shoulder cannon, but otherwise they do look alright. And you can also remove them if you don't want them there. I do that with my Siege copy. But altogether, you get a really good looking figure. Posability on Soundwave is pretty good. So starting off, you got a ball jointed head, allowing for up, down, and swivel. Arms pull a full 360 around and go out a little bit above 90. There's a bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, wrists hinge in, there's a waist swivel, legs are unappear in all directions, there's a thigh swivel, knee bends at 90, and foot pivots. Accessory wise, you do get a couple things. Starting off, you get Soundwave shoulder cannon, which looks par for the core with Soundwave shoulder cannons. It's exactly the battery shape. It does have a little hinge in it so you can move it up and down, but it does really complete the look of him. Next, you do get his Sonic Cannon, I think it's called. Basically, his battery gun. It can store in battery mode, or you can push it out into its normal mode. My copy is a bit tight with it, but it is fine. And finally, you get this weird gun thing that you can use as like a hammer if you put the battery in it. But I think this was just meant to be for Megatron, but they couldn't put in Megatron's box, as it does match his look a lot better than it matches Soundwave's. And I store mine with Megatron anyway, it gives him that turret barrel thing. This being a Soundwave, it does mean he has the gimmick of the opening chest door that every Soundwave has. And this figure didn't come with any cassettes, but if you have any Micromaster cassettes laying around, they can fit right into his chest. But hey, Soundwave looks really good in robot mode, so I just had to get some poses, so here they are. This has been the review for the Transformers Legacy Siege Soundwave. Tell me, what do you think about this figure? Did you pick him up, do you like him, or do you skip him entirely? I was originally gonna skip him because I did have the Siege one, but I thought it's a Soundwave, he's my favorite character, I may as well get another one. I'm really hoping we do get an 86 Soundwave one day, as while I love this mold and I do like the Netflix edition, we do just need a new Soundwave that's built from the ground up to be a cassette player Soundwave. But I do love what this one's doing, the Netflix one not so much. But tell me, what do you think? Thanks for watching.